What's up? What's the weatherman here? And it can't be a better man near because your boy is talking. It's okay. It's okay. Quiet down. I'm getting to it. If you already been here on the channel, then you already know what to do. And if you don't, shame on you. But if you're new to the channel, then go ahead and watch our last video on Red Eyes. Make sure you hit that description so you can join our Discord and join the Team 6K family. And make sure you click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, leave a like, and we will jump right into this Flight Control or Soul Plane Part 2 TGs. Let's go. So to get into this, I played 3 Screw Serpent. Screw Serpent is pretty nice. If this card is normal or special summon, you can target a level 4 or lower TG monster in your graveyard except himself. And you can banish this card from the graveyard and target 1 TG monster you control, increase or reduce its level by 1 until the end of this turn. You can only use each effect of TG Screw Serpent once per turn, so you can use both in the same turn, which is really nice. Screw Serpent is that guy, and after you've already synchroed and stuff going first, this card is pretty much a 1-card play using your graveyard and maybe even using Flight Control. So pretty gas. Next, we have got Striker here. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. During the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was destroyed on the field and sent there this turn, you can add 1 TG monster from your deck except itself. So every TG in the deck has that same second effect except Screw Serpent and Catapult, but I will get back into reading the rest of their effects. Wolf here, when a level 4 or lower is special summoned, you can special summon this card from your hand, and obviously, like I just said, it has the same effect. So during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was destroyed on the field and sent there, you could add another TG monster from your deck except itself. I'm not going to keep reading this to you guys. I've read it twice. You know it's there on every card except for Serpent and Catapult, so I'm not going to say it to you again. So we've got TG Booster Raptor here. If we control a TG monster, we can special summon this card from our hand. So pretty nice. As long as we control the TG, we get to special summon this bad boy. Next, we are playing 6 back row. We are playing 3 Forbidden Chalice. Lets us negate a face-up monster on the field as well as letting it gain 400 attack. And we've got Cosmic Cyclone to banish that back row at the cost of 1,000 life points. So pretty straight to the point. But what's not straight to the point essentially is the combos. So I will tell you exactly the combos that you're going to want to see. 6 back row. We are playing 3 Forbidden Chalice. Lets us negate a face-up monster on the field as well as letting it gain 400 attack. And we've got Cosmic Cyclone to banish that back row at the cost of 1,000 life points. So pretty straight to the point. But what's not straight to the point essentially is the combos. So I will tell you exactly the combos that you're going to want to see. TG Star Guardian will not only once per chain during your opponent's main phase, you can quick effect immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon using this card you control. So we'll be able to synchro summon on the opponent's turn and summon out some pretty nice things, which we will get into a little bit later. After we summon Star Guardian though, we're going to be activating its second effect. If this card is special summoned, you can target 1 TG monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. Then we will be activating our third effect. During the main phase, you can special summon a TG monster from your hand. With Rosemary here, nobody cares about the first effect. You know what? No, I will read it. While your life point is higher than your opponent's, all plant type monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. So this does actually gain 500 life points a lot of the time, but it's not that relevant, but it does come up. I'm not gonna lie. Then its other effect, I'm not honestly gonna read, but because we don't gain any life points, so it's really not gonna happen. So I'm really not even gonna read it to you. So why do we summon this though? We summon Rosemary because we're going to quick effect synchro on the opponent's turn into Ruddy Rose Dragon. If this card is synchro summoned, you can banish all cards from the graveyard. Then if this card was synchro summoned using Black Rose Dragon or a plant type synchro monster as material, you can destroy all other cards on the field. So that's pretty nice. We're going to be synchroing into this on the opponent's turn using a plant type synchro. So because of that, not only will we banish all cards from their graveyard, I'm talking to you Orcus, I'm talking to you Salmon Greats, not only will we be able to get rid of their graveyard, we're going to be able to pop every single card on the field, get rid of it. And you remember Wolf, right? You remember how Wolf allows you to special summon itself if a level 4 or lower is summoned to the field? Well, if you do summon this alongside your Star Guardian and your Rosemary when you make this play, you'll be able to destroy it with the rest of the cards on the field except for Ruddy Rose. Obviously, Ruddy Rose won't be destroyed. And because of that, you'll be able to search for another TG monster, being Screw Serpent, to be able to go for game, either by summoning it because Ruddy Rose is 3,200, or by using Screw Serpent to special summon that wolf back from the graveyard and go into a level 7, or just special summon wolf. That's 3 monsters on board. You've already got game, but regardless, that is what it is. Next, having the hand of Screw Serpent, Booster Raptor, and TG Warwolf, you'll be able to go into Little Trish. With Little Trish, when this card is synchro summoned, you can banish up to 1 card each from your opponent's hand, field, and graveyard. The hand is chosen at random. We'll be able to banish a back row if we need to, or a monster from the field if we need to, as well as 1 card from their hand and 1 card from their grave. I'm still talking to you, Orcus, and I'm still talking to you, Salmon Greats. But wait, there's more. We have 1 more bad boy we can summon into, 1 more boss monster in the deck. It is Trishula Combo. If this card is synchro summoned, you can target monsters your opponent controls and or in their graveyard up to the number of synchro materials used for the synchro summon of this card and banish them. Yes, banish them from the field and graveyard. I am still talking to you, Orcus and Salmon Greats. Also, if this synchro summon card is destroyed by battle or card effect, we can target 1 banished monster, not from our banished pile, just 1 banished monster, either from ours or the opponent's, and special summon it to the field. The next 2 synchros we play are Battle Wasp, Hama the Conqueror, and Bow. If this card is synchro summoned using a synchro monster as material, it can make a 2nd attack during each battle phase. You could do this simply by having Striker and Wolf, and I will also go into that in the combo tutorials. Next, you've got Shiranui Squire Saga. With Shiranui Squire Saga, we can banish 1 synchro monster from our graveyard and destroy 1 monster on the field. It does have 2 other effects, but they don't really come up here. If you banish a zombie, you could have all monsters you control gain 300. The only zombie is itself, and I'm not gonna banish itself just to gain 300. It's just, I just don't see a point. It's never came up to a point where it's relevant. We don't play any fires, so we can't destroy any back row. And then we do play synchros, so we can banish a synchro monster from our field or graveyard and then be able to pop 1 monster on the field. So that's pretty nice. We can usually summon Squire Saga beside Battle Wasp Hama, so you can pop 1 monster and then get the attack twice with Battle Wasp and get the attack with Squire Saga. You know, that should be game considering what the situation is. The skill itself is Flight Control. Return 1 TG monster in your hand to your deck, then add 1 TG monster from your hand to your deck. During the turn you use this skill, you cannot special summon any monsters that are level 10 or higher except TG monsters, which we do not play any TG monsters that are level 10 or higher. So unfortunately, if we activate the skill, we will not be able to synchro summon into any level 10 monster or higher that we play, which is pretty much just Ruddy Rose. So if you activate the skill, you won't be able to go into Ruddy Rose that turn. So if you're going first, it's not really that deep. You kind of want to synchro on their turn anyway, but if you're going second, it might be a little bit annoying. Now, this skill will not activate if you begin the duel with a deck excluding extra deck that contains monsters other than TG monsters. That is why we play exclusively TG monsters, because if we play anything that is not, then the skill will not allow us to use it. This skill can only be used once per turn and twice per duel, so we can use it 2 total times during the game, and that is pretty nice. I will tell you guys this though, I play 3 Cosmic and 3 Chalice. However, this does stop me from OTKing sometimes. The only issue is TGs is kind of a little bit behind. So with that being the case, we kind of need the Cosmic and the Chalice. And a lot of the time you can just OTK. At the end of the day, we are playing 14 monsters, so our hand shouldn't be flooded with spells that often. But there will be games where you do have more spells than you want. Even just having 2 is a little bit annoying sometimes, but then you also have to have it because you need to get rid of that back row and you need to negate that monster. So it's just a bittersweet thing having to play it. So if you do play this deck and you feel like you just want to play 3 Cosmic, or you just want to play 3 Chalice, or you just want to play 3 Book and you don't want to play 6, I would completely understand it, and you would still have the Team 6K stamp of approval. But I am personally playing 6 because I want to be able to play through those scenarios, and I do think the deck is good enough to be able to, even if it doesn't OTK, still win the game through that grind. It can grind, and I do like that. So I do miss not having Chronicle here, but it is what it is. For this meta, that Ruddy Rose banish in the graveyard is really relevant. So you can still play Chronicle too, and that would also still have the Team 6K stamp of approval. So let's get into some combo tutorials, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do a lot of the combos in this deck. Let's get to it. So this will be showing you how to go into Quarion turn 1. So this hand does have it, even though we do not have the catapult, which is necessary to do it, but we do have 3 TGs in our hand, with 2 of them being Wolf and Striker. So we can just return this booster to get our catapult, and we'll be all set. And we've got a nice little chalice here, so that'll be really cool too. So we're gonna activate our skill here, which allows us to return 1 TG monster from our hand to the deck, and then add 1 TG monster from our deck to our hand. We're gonna grab one of our 2 catapults here, and if we were going second, we'd be able to special summon our striker here, but since our opponent does not control a monster while we control no monsters, we are not going to do that. So this is the way you would do it going first. Going first, you are going to normal summon your catapult here. Then you're going to activate catapult, special summoning a level 3 or lower tuner monster from your hand, TG tuner monster from your hand, I should say. We're going to special summon our TG striker here. And now make sure you have your toggle on or auto, because if your toggle is off, Wolf will not ask you to activate here. So make sure when you're doing this, you've got your toggle on or auto. So since we just special summoned a level 4 or lower monster, we're going to be able to special summon our TG Warwolf from our hand. Now that we've done that, I'm going to actually turn my toggle off because Chalice is annoying me. So now that Wolf is on the field, we're going to synchro into our level 5 using our level 2 tuner and striker and our level 3 non-tuner and Wolf. So here we go. We're going to summon them now, or summon it now, I should say. Summon in Star Guardian, and now by summoning Star Guardian, we're going to be able to add a TG monster from our graveyard back to our hand, and then special summon said monster. We're going to be going into Quarion, so we're going to be adding our TG striker back to our hand, and then special summoning our TG striker to the field. Now with that done, we're going to be able to go into a Quarion on the opponent's turn, and we can technically also go into a Squire Saga. So we're going to turn our toggle back on, we're going to set our chalice here, and we're going to let our opponent set up their board. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Now, it is a little bit annoying if they do have, you know, like a chalice or a book or something like that, and they force you to activate. So I know it is what it is. You could maybe want to play Lance. I just really want to Cosmic that back row, man. But if you wanted to play Lance and Chalice, I would 1000% say that that's 100% fine. I'd 1000% say that. So we're going to activate, right? And we're going to go into our Quarion on our opponent's turn. So now he's attempting to end his main phase. We're going to synchro into Quarion using our TG striker, our Star Guardian, and our catapult. Now we are going into Quarion on the opponent's turn. We would be able to banish 3 monsters from their field or graveyard, but they only have 1. So we're just going to banish the 1 monster they have. Then with that being the case, as long as we draw a TG monster, which we did, we drew Warwolf here, we're going to be able to do anything. We could just normal summon this guy right here and be able to have game if we wanted. You could activate the skill and get Striker and then special summon out a Wolf from the graveyard to go into Squire Saga if you wanted. That could be something you could potentially do. Or you could just special summon Wolf and just go for game. I'm just going to normal summon this and get it all over with. Alrighty, so now I'm going to be showing you guys how to go into Quarion turn 2. Going into Quarion turn 2, we've got pretty much a similar situation here. Don't pay attention to the fact that it's turn 3. You don't even see that it's turn 3. Weatherman told you that it's turn 2, so it's turn 2. So I'm going to activate Flight Control here, and we're going to be returning Booster Raptor to our deck to give ourselves that Striker that we need. So after getting Striker, we're going to be able to special summon Striker because our opponent controls a monster while we do not. So we're going to special summon Striker here, and because Striker was special summoned, we're going to be able to special summon Wolf from our hand. So if we didn't have 2 Chalice here and actually had another TG monster, we'd be able to actually validate this normal summon by actually summoning like Serpent, for example. But now that we've got the ability to go into a 5, we're going to synchro into Star Guardian, using Star Guardian to add back our TG Striker. I don't know why I'm sitting here stuttering, bro. Couldn't figure it out. So we're going to get our TG Striker from the graveyard. And what would you do? You would special summon Striker? Wrong. We're going to special summon Catapult. Catapult is going to special summon our boy Striker to the field. Now that Catapult's on the field, we're going to activate Catapult to special summon Striker to the field. Now with both Striker and Catapult on the field, we're going to be able to go into our Quarion. That is how you go into Quarion going second. So with this hand, I'm going to very simply show you guys how to go into Ruddy Rose. I'm just going to replace my TG Screw Serpent there with a Booster Raptor, and we're going to go into our Ruddy Rose. Now that we did activate the skill, we won't be able to go into it, but you would do the same thing going first. that you would do going second. All you need is a TG Screw Serpent or a Booster Raptor. If you were going second and didn't activate the skill, you would be able to go right into Ruddy Rolls and pop all cards on the field, as well as banish all cards in both players' graveyards. But if you activate the skill going second, you're not going to be able to do that. Going first, it doesn't matter because you're not going to summon it anyway. You're going to do it on the opponent's turn. So we're going to resummon our our Screw Serpent. I really just want to call everything Striker, I guess. We're going to resummon Screw Serpent from our hand after adding it back from the graveyard. And we're going to resummon our TG Booster Raptor from the graveyard. And as soon as Booster Raptor's on the field, we're going to be able to go into our next level 5, which is Rosemary. And then with Rosemary on the field, we will have a level 5 tuner and a level 5 non-tuner, with our non-tuner being a plant, which means we're going to be able to pop all cards on the field using Ruddy Rose because one of them is a plant. All right, and with this hand, we'll be able to go into Little Trish. So we're going to activate our skill here, and we're going to be adding TG Booster Raptor to the deck to get ourselves a Screw Serpent. Now, I'm going to normal summon Screw Serpent and special summon Booster Raptor from my hand because I control a TG monster on the field. Now with them two on the field, you already know what it is. We're going to special summon that TG Warwolf because we already, special summon the level 4 lower monster from our hand. And now I can turn my toggle off so this chalice can leave me alone. So we're going to synchro summon our Star Guardian. Oop, there we go. We're going to synchro summon our Star Guardian, and we're going to add back our TG Booster Raptor from our graveyard to our hand. And there we go. Now we're going to special summon our Booster Raptor to the field. And bam. Now we're going to be able to, on the opponent's turn, go into our Trishula Dragon of the Ice Barrier and banish one card from hand, field, and grave. So we're going to set our chalice here. And we're going to let our opponent do their thing. Got the equip on him. He's big. Oh, not even big. He just do something. I don't even care. It doesn't matter. We're gonna go Trishula on their turn. So now we're gonna summon out Trish. And now that we've got Trish Stratus on the field, we're gonna banish one card from hand, field, and grave, but he has no card in grave, which is a shame. So we're gonna banish one card from the field. I'm gonna banish his monster. We're gonna banish one from the hand, and if there was one in grave, we would have banished one from the grave. So pretty nice. And same thing, long as you've got yourself a TG, activate that thing, return that TG striker back, get yourself a Screw Serpent. Now you could do a couple things here. You've got a Screw Serpent in your grave, not a Screw Serpent, you've got a TG Warwolf in your graveyard, and because of that, you can go into a Hama if you want for that double attack. And you've also got that Booster Raptor, which you need to do that. So what you would do is you would normal summon your TG Screw Serpent, adding back your TG Booster Raptor from your graveyard. Now that TG Booster Raptor is back from your graveyard, you're going to be able to use those two to go into your Star Guardian. Obviously, you go into that level 5, bro. So what we're going to do, Star Guardian is beautiful. I wish we could play 3 of them, to be honest. I wish the skill put one more in your extra deck. So now we're going to add our TG Warwolf from our graveyard to our hand. And you could recycle your Star Guardian if your hand was good enough. You'd be able to put that Star Guardian back and then just special summon your TG. But sadly, we can't do that. So this would be the last time we'd be able to summon a Star Guardian. So we're going to add our Wolf to our hand. And we're going to be able to special summon our Wolf from our hand and go into a Battle Wasp Hama. And since we're going into Battle Wasp using a Synchro, Battle Wasp Hama will be able to attack twice. So now with just having the TG Screw Serpent in our hand as the follow-up gave us this Battle Wasp Hama right here. One card Synchro plays. And we're gonna attack again. We don't care. We don't care, and that's exactly why you attack twice. And it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Next, I'm going to be showing you guys how to go into Battle Wasp Hama and Squire Saga going second. This is going to be your OTK play. So all you need is a TG Striker and a TG Warwolf, and you'll be able to go into your Battle Wasp Hama for the double attack. But if you have a third TG in your hand, you'll be able to activate your Flight Control, or if you already have Screw Serpent, pretty much just get Screw Serpent or have Screw Serpent. I don't have Screw Serpent, so I'm going to be activating Flight Control to return this catapult here and go into our and grab our Screw Serpent. We could have done a couple things. We would have been able to also, if we would have returned Wolf here, we could have went Quarion and then went into Squire Saga for a, you know, attack with Squire Saga, attack with Quarion, or, you know, things of that nature. But we're not going to do that here. So special summon TG Striker to the field because our opponent controls a monster while we do not, and we're going to be able to special summon our TG Werewolf from our hand. And now I'm going to toggle off so Chalice leaves me alone. Now we're going to synchro into our Star Guardian and use Star Guardian to do what we did in the last combo tutorial. We're going to be adding our Werewolf back so that we can go into our Battle Wasp Hama. And since we are going to go into Hama using a Synchro monster as Synchro material, we're going to be able to attack twice. Then we're going to use our TG Screw Serpent in our hand to follow up that play by going into our Squire Saga. So here we go. We're going to go Battle Wasp Hama and give ourselves that double attack, with Battle Wasp Hama being a 2800 attack beef stick that is going to attack twice. And it does have the effect, which I forgot to read to you guys. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can make all monsters your opponent control currently lose 1000 attack and defense. Then at the end of your battle phase, if your opponent has not taken any battle damage this phase, you can inflict 300 battle damage for each Battle Wasp monster in your grave, which we will not have, but the other two effects do happen. So now that we've got Battle Wasp Hama on the field with his double attack, we're going to be able to normal summon our Screw Serpent and get back Squire Saga so that we can go into, not Squire Saga, our Werewolf, so that we can go into Squire Saga. So now that they're here, we're going to be able to go into our level 7, banishing a Synchro from our graveyard to pop one monster on the field. So we're going to banish our Star Guardian from our graveyard. Now that we've done that, their field is going to be wide open, and we're going to be able to attack twice with Battle Wasp and attack a third time with Squire Saga. So pretty nice. We would have game, we would have lethal through most situations. So pretty cool. And you would obviously have that Chalice or that Cosmic, whichever you choose to play, or if you're playing both. So now we can actually get into some replays, and I am ready to show you guys some of these replays. Let's go. First game is against my boy here, whose name I definitely forgot, but he did not do anything very special. Just summoned our boy here and set 2 back row. So we're going to be Cosmic in that back row, getting rid of it. What was it? It was a Floodgate, I believe. I just saw it was a Floodgate. Now we're going to activate our Flight Control and give ourselves that TG Screw Serpent, normal summoning our Screw Serpent and special summoning our booster. It looks like we're going to be going into a Trishula play here potentially, but maybe not. Probably not, maybe just baiting him. So we're going to be going into our Star Guardian now, and with Star Guardian we're going to be adding a TG monster from our graveyard, being our TG Screw Serpent. He's going to break through us. See, nice bait, nice bait. We put the wolf on the field because we wanted to play through that back row. Now we've got that Battle Wasp Hama on the field, and we're going to be able to attack twice. So we gave ourselves multiple lines. That's how this deck is. So you can sit here and say, oh, I'm losing, TG sucks. Oh, I don't know what to do. It's not the most amazing deck in the world. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not tier 1 or anything like that. The TG Flight Control is a great deck, but you need to really play it in a very specific way. He had another back row there, and that is the reason why I summoned that wolf at that point in time. I wanted to have it there because I didn't know what he may have potentially had. I honestly thought he may have had removal and was going to remove my Star Guardian, but since it was just a negate, I was able to go into Battle Wasp Hama, which allowed me to attack twice. So now because of that, we're going to be able to attack twice and go for game. Attack for 800, now attack for 2800, and activating that Chalice to boost us up to 32, so we have exact lethal. Bam, straight to the chin. Next replay. Looks like we're going second to Kite. Looks like we're going to be going against Photons. So he's sending them bad boys to the graveyard, resummoning it to the field. And I'm assuming that he's going to be going into his Link 2 play, the new Link that they were just given since they were nerfed and they no longer have their rank 8 to go into. So it looks like he summons Vanisher. It looks like he's playing a little bit of a mix. He's going to be searching for another Photon there. Alrighty, and now with that done, they're going to be, he's going to be going into his Xyz. I was not expecting him to go into Neo. So since he went into Neo, I'm assuming that he's really just trying to protect his life points. By him going into that Link 2, it would be a bit easier to break his board. But I do still think it's a little bit, maybe potentially of an odd choice. I normal summon my Screw Serpent here, returning Catapult, searching for a wolf. So it looks like we may be potentially going for a Trishula play. We're going to be special summoning our Booster Raptor, and we're going to special summon our level 3. The reason why I say maybe is because even I don't even 100% know what I may have been doing. My thoughts may change every time I look at the clip because that's just really how many lines you have playing this deck. There's multiple options that you have. So we're going to be re-summoning our Screw Serpent to special summon our TG Booster Raptor from our graveyard. And we're going to be going into a level 5. So it looks like instead of going into a Trishula play, we're going to be going into a Ruddy Rose play, using our Screw Serpent to search us for a follow-up play because Trish wasn't really going to help too much. Banishing our back row, we're just going to negate a card on the field. Who cares? Just going to flip it up since he's banishing us. So he's activating his skill, which is going to send some cards to the grave, adding that Neo to his extra deck, and now he's going to be going into his Cypher Blade, trying to pop us. So we're going to be synchro summoning into our Ruddy Rose now. Using Ruddy Rose on the field, we're going to first banish all cards from the graveyard. Banish, 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 ours included. Pop all cards on the field, and he scooped because we had game. It was over. Now it's time for the next replay. Alrighty, so it looks like our opponent is playing Dark Magician. Yep, he's going to search for that Eternal Soul. He's definitely not playing Magician's Magic. He's playing standard Dark Magician. Well, I guess that's not even really the standard anymore. So we're going to be Cosmicing the one in the middle, which is Eternal Soul. Then we're going to Cosmic that one on the end, which I believe was Navigation. He's going to flip it up, summon his guys to the field. My thought process was if it is the Fusion or whatnot, which I didn't think it was to begin with because he wasn't playing the skill, I would be able to banish it if I wanted, so his circle wouldn't even affect me. But he's going into a Dark Magician because he has Navigation. He's going to also summon Illusion from the deck. So that's pretty nice. We're going to be special summoning our Striker, which allows us to special summon the Warwolf. And I believe we're going to be just going into our Battle Wasp Palma / Squire Saga play here. So we're going to synchro summon Star Guardian, and more than likely we will be adding back our Warwolf, which it looks like we are. Now we're going to be special summoning our Warwolf here, and going into our Battle Wasp Palma. And since we have not actually normal summoned, we're going to be able to normal summon our Screw Serpent here and go into that bad boy. Yes, that bad boy Squire Saga. So we're going to normal summon our Screw Serpent, resummoning our Warwolf from the graveyard, and go into our Squire Saga. Now we're going to be able to banish one Synchro monster from our graveyard to be able to pop one monster on the field and attack twice. We choose Apprentice simply because we want to do damage, and bow, and third attack. That is game. That is game. Thank you guys for checking out the video. I really appreciate you guys. We are very close to 2,000. We're very close to 2K, which means we're getting close to 6K, and we are very thankful for the grind that you guys have put forward towards us, bro, and we appreciate your support. So comment more videos that you want to see. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that description, join the Team 6K family, man. Join that Discord where you can really come here and talk to us. You can duel with us. You can be in there in the streams with us when we stream, being in the duel room with us. And honestly, we just talk to you guys a lot. It's very fun. You know, it's very friendly. It's anime, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever you want, whatever you think, man. We talk about everything in there, man. We've got game sections and everything, bro. It's a beautiful place, bro. We're really a family. So yes, I do have some more forecasts to give. So Weatherman has got to be moving. So Team 6K signing out. I rock out, I'm leaning, I pop out, I'm streaming, no cop out, won't stop now, my Glock out, I'm scheming, I rock out, I'm leaning, I pop out, I'm streaming, no cop out, won't stop now, my Glock out, I'm scheming, I rock out, I'm leaning, I pop out, I'm streaming, no cop out, won't stop now, my Glock out, I'm scheming, I rock out, I'm leaning, I pop out, I'm streaming, no cop out, won't stop now, my Glock out, I'm scheming, ayy. No, it ain't 2019, but this shit ain't changed. I've been here since day one. Bitch. I'm trying to nut in my bitch while I'm fucking that shit on the day that I came up. God. I'm trying to get me a deal, fuck the girls with a house in the hills in the same month. God. I had to get a controller and shit, cause controlling this shit is my game, bro.